few months after graduating from college, I decided to get an apartment. I had a nice job as an assistant designer for a menswear company on Park Avenue in New York City. A friend of mine was also looking for an apartment. So together we decided that we would be roommates and find a really nice apartment. We actually found one in Brooklyn, New York, an area called Park Slopes. It was a brownstone across from a park, and it had 8 rooms. So there was enough room for the two of us. We were there for a couple of months. He was an interior designer for a very well-known women's clothing store, I should say. And if I told you the name, you recognize it instantly. He designed the windows and the interior of the store, putting together the mannequins and so forth, giving the store the look that gains its reputation. Anyway, there was a point in time where I received a letter in the mail. First, it didn't make any sense because it was from the Water and Power Department, and that was one thing that was actually included in the rent. So I didn't understand why we were getting this, but further reading it, I discovered that the landlord had not paid the bill, and they were just notifying us as tenants that, of this situation, just in case something went cockeyed. I think it was around $2,000 or $3,000 behind in his payment. It was something between the landlord and the water and power company. Without saying anything, I gave the same letter to my roommate, and he looked at it and he just went into a rage because $2,000 or whatever the price was ridiculous. How could we possibly owe that much? So I asked him to read the letter again, and he had the same response. This is crazy. This is outrageous. And he was just really ready to call his lawyers and, what can we do? This was just totally out of control. So I asked him, are you sure you read the entire letter? Did you read it again? And he read it. At least he went through the motions of reading it, and he came up with the same conclusion. This was just stupid. I read it. This is stupid. This makes absolutely no sense. How could this possibly be? And that was when I realized, and I asked him, you don't know how to read, do you?